Welcome everybody, welcome back. We're going through systems of inequalities. Now, systems of inequalities is all about multiple inequalities. So let's get started by filling in our line types. We got it up there on the sideboard. Let me go ahead and stop the pass. Now, thank you back, welcome back. We have solid lines. Solid lines come from equal signs. So we're going from greater than or equal to, less than or equal to. We've got dashed. These are no equal signs, like a boring greater than, boring less than. Again, this is stuff that we've already talked about a couple times. You've kind of already hopefully started to memorize. When it comes to shading, above uses greater thans, so we got our nice greater thans, greater than or equal to, and below uses less thans. So we've got our less thans and our less than and equal to's. Now I want to show you kind of what we're up to. I want to kind of revisit something. We're going back. Here we are. We're on Desmos, and let's go ahead and make little a comma b type action. Let's add some sliders. So here we go. We have this nice dot. And with this dot, and luckily I'm on Desmos, I can kind of move it around. Okay. We're going to talk about whether you're a solution or not. Okay. So if I put this dot right here in the shaded region, right? This blue dot is in the colored red side. Do you think this counts as a solution or not a solution? Thank you for your question. That is correct. Most of what I heard, this does count as a solution. And so, boom, we like that. It's in the good side. Now, what if I slide this a little positive, slide this a little negative? What do you think about my point now? Is it a solution or not a solution? Not a solution. It's pretty easy. It's like 50-50. Either it is or it's not. Now let's talk about something a little bit more complicated, okay? Let me bold this up. If I drag this dot right onto the line, if I drag it right there, okay? What do you think about this if I'm right on the line? So the truth is, it depends. This is yes, an equation. Let's go back to our notes here. I'm going to highlight something right here. Solutions are not on any dashed boundary lines. If there is one thing that you want to make sure that you're going to get right, it's that solutions are not on any dotted or dashed lines. Now, of course, we call it dash. At the bottom of my paper, this is something that I really recommend that you write down. Dash line bad. There you go. Dash line bad. Simple, right? In fact, so easy, I think a second grader would be able to figure this out. If it's on a dash line, it's bad. Easy as that, okay? So, if I go back to my Desmos and I leave my line the same and I leave my coordinate the same, but I just get rid of this equal sign and I make it a dash line, look at my nice dash lines now. Now, even though this dot is right on the line, it is on a dashed line. And so this is no good. So let's do it again. What do you think about this dot? Is that a solution or not? What about this one? What about this one? What about this one? This is not a solution because it's right on the line. Now, we already did this in part A. Solution, not. Solution, not. Right on the line, not a solution. And let's be clear, if I make it an equal sign, what about now? It is a solution, right? Solid lines are good, dashed lines are bad. What if I change this, backspace, backspace, less than or equal to? Is it a solution or not?
Yes.
It is on a solid line, so it's good. What about now?
No.
What about now?
Yes.
It's easy. We got it, okay? We did this in part A, not a stress, not a problem. Here's what's going to happen. I'm going to change this color. Let's make it black. I'm going to press enter, and I'm going to type in a new line. Let's say I type in y greater than negative fraction 2/3 x minus 3. Okay? And let's change this color so that it's blue. Here we go. This is what we're going to be working with in part B. You have multiple graphs. You have the red graph. It's not that complicated. It's a solid line. It's shaded below. You have a now we're talking about blue. You have a blue graph. It's not that complicated. It's a dashed line. It's shaded above. And you have both of them at the same time. So now we're looking at 4 different regions here. Okay? We've got a white region, a blue region, a red region, and I guess we can call this purple because red and blue makes purple. Okay? Out of all 4 of these different colors, which color do you think is the good region? Where can we find the solutions? White, blue, red, purple. What do you think? If I put it in the red, I heard somebody say red. If I put it in the red right here, does it work for the red? Is this a solution for the red? Yes. Does it work for the blue? No. We need to be valid for both colors, blue and red. So of course it needs to be purple, right? Check this out. Does it work for red? Yes. Does it work for blue? Yes. And that's why purple is what we're looking for. So very simple, very simple. If you're looking at a picture like this, I don't really love that they show you this to start. Basically, you have one line that looks like that, and you have one line that looks like that, right? And so this region down here, which has both colors, the yellow and the orange, this is the money side, right? This is the little money corner. This is the money section, right? This is the good side. And all the other ones are all bad, right? This one right here is bad. Oh, that's the same one. This one right here is bad. This one right here is bad. All of this is all bad. The only good section, welcome back, Miss Easton. Oh, no, you're good. The only good section is that corner right there. So, let's move our dot around. Is this a solution or not? What about this? What about this? What about this? Yeah, pretty simple. Now, let's make it a little bit more complicated. What if I move this dot right here? So first of all, is it in the purple region? It's right on the line. Okay, if it's right on the line, do solid lines count? Are they good or are they bad? Solid lines are good. And so this right here, we would count as yes, a solution. Okay, this would be a totally good answer. All right. What about this? What if I move my dot right here? Yes or no? Solution or not? So this one's really tricky. It always ends up catching about half the class. Does this dot work for the red graph? Yeah. Does it work for the blue graph? No. So even though it's on a solid line, we have to make sure we know it's on the solid line. It has to be on the solid line of the purple section for it to count. So we're good, we're good, we're good, we're good, we're good, we're good. On the line, we're good. On the line, we're good. Down here, no good, because we're not in the purple section. All right, here comes the most important 60 seconds of class. Once we get through this 60 seconds right here, basically, that's all the notes for the day, because we've learned every single thing. So here we go, 60 seconds. If I put this dot right here, is that a solution or not? It is on the purple section, but it's on the line. Do dashed lines count? No, right? That's not that hard, honestly. It's not that hard. Dashed line's bad, right? Dash line bad. We literally got it written down. Dash line bad. All caps. Size 80 font. Now, here's the second, that was 30 seconds. Here's the last 30 seconds. the most important sentence we're going to talk about all day. This spot right here, right in the middle, it's right on the corner. Does this count as a solution or not? I've heard yes, no, no, yes, and that's fine. I heard a whole bunch of people say a couple different things. Luckily, Desmos is super powerful, right? If I look at the red graph, is this a solution for red? Yes. If I turn red off and I turn blue on, is this a solution for blue? No. And remember, our solutions have to be solutions for both of them. So, does this count? No, it does not count. Again, that was it. That was the most important minute for the whole day. What do you think about this, solution or not? Yep. This one? No. This one? No. This one? No. This one? No. Correct. Right? Correct. This dot, even though it's on a solid line, always dash line bad. If you are on a dash line, no good. Okay? All right, at that point, we figure out, let's power through the notes. We're going to be done pretty soon. Check all of the solutions to the following system. Unfortunately, all of these are super close together, and so this is going to be a bit messy. I'll do my best. 0, 0. That's the origin. Remember, we have a nice solid line right here, and we have a dash line right here. Might be worth thinking about that. This is going to be our shaded region, and so if we're looking for correct answers, they better be in that shaded region. 0, 0. What do you think about 0, 0? Good or bad? I agree with you. That's going to be not solution. We're going with NS for not solution. What about 0, 3? What direction does that 3 tell us to go? Left, right, up, or down? That is an up 3. So if I go up 3, 1, 2, 3, that's going to put me, again, I know this is messy, that's going to put me right on the solid line. Solution or not solution? Solution. And again, I'll be honest with you guys, this is not that hard. It's either one or the other. It's kind of 50-50. Isaiah, you with me on these? Okay. We got 3, 0. Which direction is this 3 moving us? To the right. Well, that's going to put me way out here. Honestly, you better not be missing this question, right? Not even close. That's an NS. Not even close. What about negative 3, 0? Which direction does that negative 3 move me? Left. I heard somebody say no solution, but it's on the shaded portion. Dash line bad. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm saying I agree with you 100%. Not solution because we are on the dashed line. Negative 2, negative 1. I'm going to go ahead and give this a highlighter so you know it's important to me. Negative 2, negative 1 tells me left, down. Left 2, 1, 2, down 1. That's going to put me right on the corner. Is that a solution or not? Nice job. I'm proud of you guys. You listened to me during the most important minute of notes. You guys rock. Last one, negative 2, positive 1, left up, and that's going to put me right here. Solution or not? Solution. That is confidently within the region. No stress. Now, sometimes if you do a question, it will be half S's, half NS's. Sometimes it will not be equal. So do not look for, there needs to be 3 of each. That's not how it works. Okay? Flip over to the back. Now, on the back, we have to do something that's in some ways even easier. Okay? What we need to do is look at number 3. We have 2 lines here. And this, again, I don't love this worksheet, but we can work with it, okay? It says the top equation is labeled number 1. So, basically, number 1 is the top equation. You guys see what I'm saying? That top one is right here. I already graphed them for you. I wanted to save us time, so we didn't spend all class trying to graph lines. I just wanted us to focus on the important stuff. Okay? If we look at graph number 1, is this supposed to be solid or dashed? It's a greater than symbol, dashed. You guys are correct. Is it supposed to be above or below? It is a greater than sign. Above. Now, I'm going to label this, instead of A, B, I'm going to label this thinking about my two lines here. A, B, C, and D. Because look, we got 4 different sections, and we got to figure out which one section is the section we want. So should we be shading on the AB side or on the DC side? AB. On the AB side, I need to be shading up here. I know that this worksheet kind of sucks because, you know, it's supposed to be a dashed line and it's already a solid line. If you want, you can kind of do this, but honestly, it's not that important. I just want us to focus on the coloring right now. Dash lines, they are important, but I'm saying right now, I'm just trying to work on the coloring. Okay, so line 2 is this one, which is the bottom one. It's a less than or equal to, are we going solid or dashed? Solid, which again, you know, that's not really what we're focusing on, but it's still important. And then I need to color, it's a less than, I need to color below. Right, this one was above. Which side is the below side? Is it the AD side or is it the BC side? It would be the AD side. And so, out of my 4 corners, A, B, C, D, which one piece is the kind of like good region? Nice. Region A, this is where all the good stuff happens, right? That's where we want to be, in region A. This isn't all that bad, guys. You just color the 2 sides, and then you got one left, and then that's kind of it. Okay? Let's do number 4. We're almost done with notes. 3 questions left. Number 4. This is a less than or equal to, which means it's going to be solid. Remember, the top one is graph 1. So that would be this one here. This one's solid. And then we need to be less than, which is below. I'm going to go ahead, and again, these letters, I'm just putting these letters here to help teach you. In real life, these letters don't really exist, but it's just to help me talk to you guys in class. So A, B, C, D, I either need to color on AD or BC. Which one is below? AD, BC. Right. You guys are doing great. I don't think this is that hard. You guys are doing great. The next one is a less than, which means dashed. Again, not really our focus right now, but still something we can do pretty quick. We have a less than, which is another below. So if it's another below, am I going to be coloring, looking at the dash line, on the AB side or on the DC side? Of course, on the DC side. And so out of all 4 of these corners, which one is colored by yellow and orange on my paper? C, of course. Right? Two more. Just cruising along, making great progress. Any questions here? I know this worksheet's a little funky, but I just wanted it to be a little bit faster so we could practice what we wanted. Okay, I got greater than or equal to, greater than or equal to. So that means we're going solid, solid, and we're going above, above, because these are both the same. All right, I'm going to give you a second to color and to pick a pour. So I'm going to give you a second. See if you can figure out which of these regions. I'll label them. Again, the letters aren't that important, but they just help us talk about it. A, B, C, D. I'll just give you a second. All right. I don't know if that was long enough or not, but I think we're doing really good. Do you think we should be shading double in A or B or C or D? Which one is the solution region? Is it A or B or C or D? Okay, maybe we're struggling a little more than I thought. Let's see. Line 1 is the top line, and it should be above. So for line 1, am I shading on the AD side or on the BC side? Should be shading on the AD. I'm going to do it with a pencil this time. I know that it's obviously when I have yellow and orange and colors and all that stuff. Even with a pencil, I'm going to kind of go like along with the line, and I'm just really quick going to work my way on the way out. Right? And I'm just going to keep my pencil kind of going the same way, back, forth, back, forth, back, forth, back, forth. Doesn't take me longer than about 5 seconds. Okay? Now, instead of this line, I'm going to rotate, and I'm going to talk about line 2. I need to color above. Is that the AB or the DC? AB. Again, I'm going to kind of color along this line, back, forth, back, forth, back, forth, back, forth, back, forth, back, forth. And since I kind of followed the line, you can see that obviously C, this one's empty, right? It's definitely not going to be C. You can see in D, we only have lines that go that way. In B, we only have lines that go that way. But in A, we got both lines, right? It's a nice crisscross pattern. And so A is the good spot. A is where we want to be. All of our solutions can be found in A. All right, last one. Honestly, this is probably why I have such a grudge with this worksheet. Question number 6 is just a terrible question. It's a good question, but it just looks horrible. Like, what are you looking at here, right? So here's what's going on. This is our y-axis, and this is our x-axis. Then we have two graphs. We have graph 1, which is right here, and we have graph 2, which is a dashed line, which is right here. And so at the end of the day, this y-axis and this x-axis really we don't really care about that too much, to be honest. When we're doing these questions, we only focus on our lines. We've got this vertical bucks x. We have this horizontal hoy side to side y graph. I'll go ahead and label it A, B, C, D. And let's talk about the top one, line 1 first. Line 1 is a vertical graph. These are the hardest ones, sorta. They're not really that hard if you remember how they work. Okay? We need to shade this solid above. But this vertical line, it's hard to shade above the line. So the strategy is, if you've got this symbol, shade that direction. Okay? Again, that only works for these vertical x-only graphs. I'm going to go ahead and shade on that side, because that's what it says, right? Shade over there. So that means already we know that A, the answer is not going to be A, because A is already left out. And D, answer is not going to be D, because D's already been left out. It's either going to be B or it's going to be C. Those are the only possible answer choices right now. If I look at this last one, we need to be less than, which is below. Normally y graphs are the easiest ones to graph. If I need to shade below, then that means I need to shade down here. I think we all would have got that right. And so which letter do we like best? Of course, we like C best. This is where we want to be. And there you go. Pretty simple notes today, just to review them. Shade carefully, but it's not that hard. If you just shade carefully, you end up with the right region. On the front, I do want to review this with you for just a second. On Desmos, remember that this is bad, this is bad, this is bad. The purple region is good. Solid line on the purple region is good. Dash line, purple region is bad, dash line bad, always. And here's the most important point. Right in the corner, if there are any dashed lines, it's no good. So this point right here would not work. What if I made it like this? Boom. Now that I made it an equal sign, how do you feel about this equation now? Now it would work, right? It's on a solid line and it's on a solid line. No dash lines. We're all good to go. That's it for the notes.